Holly here from Your Past is a Gift. Okay, so by now, hopefully you've watched some of the previous videos. There's plenty of information there, and I always think I'm going to run out of ideas, but then this morning I woke up with a new one because there are always different things that we can look at to improve our life, you know? So today I was remembering back to when I was a child, and the adults around me would get offended about certain things, you know, like say for example my parents, might get offended with, you know, my aunts and uncles over something that they did, right? Or something that they said. And then they would spend months and months not talking to them. But never once did it occur to anyone to actually tell them what they were angry about, you know, or what upset them. And so the other person's going through their days thinking, well, they're not talking to me anymore. I must have done something wrong or something that upset them, but I have no idea what that is. I have no clue, you know, because we're all different. And so what might be acceptable to you may not be acceptable to another person, you know, in how we are treated, you know. And so, like with my husband, for example, we call each other doof, you know, or we call each other all these silly names, and we know, you know, that it's in fun. Never once do we say these words in a way to offend the other. But maybe to someone else, if I called them a doof, they'd get upset, thinking that I'm calling them stupid, you know, or that I'm calling them, you know, not good in any way. And that would not be my intention, you know, but I have to understand that not everyone is the same, you know. So what might work for one person and they don't mind it, you might try with someone else and that totally upsets them. That's not acceptable to them. And that's fine, because as I've said in many, many videos, we are all different, okay? And so, you know, some of us are more sensitive to certain things. Others are a bit more rugged, like they don't care that anything comes and goes and they're good with that. You know, they're just that way. That's their way. But you have to interact with others. You know, you can live in your own little bubble and not connect with anyone. But as I've said in previous videos, that's what we're here for. We're here to connect to others. You know, we're here to be a part of each other's lives, to contribute to each other's lives. And we can't do that if we disconnect ourselves off and we decide we don't want any contact with the outside world. You can't do that. You can't share who you are, and you can't accept, you know, someone else sharing who they are with you if you don't open yourself up. But I think one of the most important things to understand in this world is that because we are so different, all of us, you know, you have to accept that sometimes what might work with one person, great, you can have fun with that, you know, and you're both good with that, but it may not work with another person, you know, and that's fine. Just understand that that's fine. Now, if you're the person that's getting offended and you stop talking to people and, you know, you've got that attitude of, oh, they've upset me, I'm not talking to them anymore, and you go with that attitude, you're not actually giving that person the opportunity to know what they've done has upset you, you know, because to them that might be totally acceptable behavior, what they've done. They do it with everyone else and everyone else is fine with it, but you're upset with it. So unless you tell that person, look, what you did's upset me, okay, and you explain, I don't like it, it's all right for you to not like it. You don't have to judge it. It's not right or wrong if they've done something and you don't like it. You don't have to feel like there's something wrong with you. It's just who you are. It's that simple. Stop judging everything. Because I think it comes from that place, you know, of, oh, they're going to think I'm an idiot, or they're going to think I'm, you know, who knows what you think they're going to think if you tell them that upset you. But it's okay for you to say, you know what, I don't like that. And then you give them the chance to process it, you know, and they can apologize then because they didn't know, you know, that you didn't like that. And you can move on from there. That's what a healthy relationship is. You talk to each other. You know, you let the other person know the things that you like, the things that you don't like, the things that you find unacceptable. And then you go from there. And just as, for example, you might have something that you don't like you might not like the other person calling you doof. Okay, I'll just use that example. They might call all their friends, you're a doof, you know, you're a goofball, you're whatever it is, the silly names that people call each other. You may not like that, okay? You may not like to have that label or people calling you that. You just tell them, I don't want to be called a doof. You know, I have my own name, use my name. If that, you know, upsets you, if you don't like being called something else, and then you give that person the opportunity, okay, you know, you don't like that, fine, I'll call my other friend a doof and I'll call you by your name because that's, you know, that upsets you. You know, and if they respect you as a friend, if they respect your place in their life, they will accept that. They will accept. They won't judge it. They'll just accept, okay, you don't like it. They may ask you why you don't like it and you may need to explain it. That's fine. It's not a problem, but talk to each other. Don't expect that the other person is going to guess why you're upset, because I promise you 99% of the time the other person's scratching their head going, what is going on? Why is she not talking to me now? You know? And they're probably thinking, what have I done? That's what they're thinking. What have I done? Yeah, it could be a million different things. You know, going through their head. Oh, was it something I said? Was it something I did? And unless you tell them, they're never going to know. And they can't say that they're sorry because they don't know what they did, you know, that upset you. But like I said, for them, that may be something totally acceptable. But for you, it upset you. Just tell them. You know, no one's going to judge that, you know. And if they do, then you're not really close friends. You're not really friends, because friends support each other. They accept their differences with each other. You know, holding on to someone just to not have anyone is not healthy either. You know, you want the people in your life to help you grow as a person. You want them to contribute to you as a person. You know, things, perspectives, things that you may not have seen on your own. And these other people in your life will help you to view the world in different ways because they're looking at it through different eyes. Their thoughts and their feelings about things are very different to how you and I might process that moment. You know, it's funny because I'm trying not to make them too long, but it's funny that if you're in a relationship with someone and you've been with them for a long time, go back to a certain moment that you thought was special. Say, for example, a wedding day. Just an example. Okay, your wedding day. Now, if you ask your partner what was special about that day, I can promise you 100% their memories of that day will be very different to the memories of what you thought was special on that day. If you have siblings and you ask them about special moments of your childhood, their memories are going to be very different to yours of certain events. Very different, because we're all focusing on different things at different times. So keep that in mind. You know, accept the differences in others, and then they will accept them in you. Okay, my darlings? All right, remember to click like and subscribe below so you don't miss any of the messages, and feel free to share, okay? Because sharing is caring, I always say to my little one. Send me some comments. I'd love to read what everyone has to say, you know, and to get your unique perspective of all these topics. You know, what do you think? What are your feelings? Have these things happened to you in the past? Is this something that now you can, you know, you can start implementing this new tool and, you know, see how it works? Let me know. All right? I'm always interested to hear what everyone has to say. All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.